Before we start, a quick disclaimer. This video is made for entertainment and educational comparison only. It is not meant to attack religion or convince anyone what to believe. People around the world have different beliefs, and everyone is free to believe whatever they choose. Here, we're simply comparing what modern science says and what the Bible says about some big questions about the universe and humanity. For thousands of years, the Bible helped people understand the world around them. It explained where the universe came from, how humans appeared, and why life exists. But over the past few centuries, science has also tried to answer these same questions using observation, experiments, and physical evidence. Sometimes the explanations are similar, but sometimes they are very different. Here are 10 well-known topics where science and the traditional biblical description tell very different stories. The age of the Earth. According to some traditional interpretations of the Bible, the Earth is about 6,000 years old. This number comes from calculating the timelines and genealogies described in the Old Testament. Modern science, however, estimates that Earth formed about 4.54 billion years ago. Scientists reached this conclusion by studying radioactive elements in rocks and meteorites, which act like natural clocks. So the two timelines are very different, thousands of years versus billions. The beginning of the universe. The Bible begins with the famous line, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." In the biblical story, the universe exists because of a direct act of creation. Science describes the origin of the universe using the Big Bang theory. According to this model, the universe began about 13.8 billion years ago from an extremely hot and dense state, and it has been expanding ever since. Evidence includes the expansion of galaxies and faint background radiation left over from the early universe. These two explanations approach the same question from very different perspectives. How Earth formed. In the book of Genesis, Earth is created early in the creation story, with land separated from water. In modern astronomy, Earth formed through a long natural process. Around 4.5 billion years ago, dust and gas orbiting the young sun slowly clumped together through gravity. Over millions of years, these particles formed larger bodies, eventually becoming planets. The early Earth was extremely hot and slowly cooled to become the planet we know today. The origin of humans. In the Bible, the first humans are Adam and Eve, created directly by God. Adam is described as being formed from dust, and Eve from Adam's rib. Science explains human origins through evolution. According to evolutionary biology, modern humans developed over hundreds of thousands of years from earlier ancestors. Genetic research shows humans share about 98 to 99% of their DNA with chimpanzees, suggesting a distant common ancestor. The order of creation. In Genesis, plants appear before the sun, moon, and stars, but plants rely on sunlight to survive. According to astronomy, the sun formed before the Earth and long before any life existed on our planet. Stars also existed in the universe billions of years before Earth formed, so the sequence described by science is quite different from the order described in Genesis. The global flood. One of the most famous biblical stories is Noah's Ark, where a massive flood covers the entire Earth and destroys most life. In the story, Noah saves animals by bringing pairs of them onto a large ark. Modern geology has not found clear evidence for a global flood covering the entire planet in the last several thousand years. However, many historians believe ancient flood stories may have been inspired by large regional floods that affected early civilizations. The age of humanity. Biblical timelines suggest humans have existed for roughly several thousand years. Archaeology and anthropology suggest modern humans appeared much earlier. Fossil discoveries indicate that Homo sapiens have existed for around 300,000 years. Ancient tools, cave paintings, and settlements show human activity tens of thousands of years before the earliest biblical historical periods. Dinosaurs and ancient life. The Bible does not clearly describe dinosaurs in the way modern science understands them. paleontology shows that dinosaurs lived for about 165 million years and went extinct around 66 million years ago. This was long before humans appeared. Fossils found all over the world help scientists reconstruct the history of life on Earth. Causes of disease. In ancient times, illnesses were sometimes believed to be connected to spiritual causes, curses, or supernatural forces. Modern medicine has discovered that diseases are usually caused by viruses, bacteria, genetic conditions, or environmental factors. This understanding led to major medical breakthroughs like vaccines, antibiotics, and modern sanitation. The size of the universe. Ancient descriptions of the cosmos were naturally limited by what people could see with the naked eye. Today, astronomy shows the universe is incredibly vast. Our galaxy alone contains hundreds of billions of stars, and there may be trillions of galaxies in the observable universe. Earth is just a tiny part of this enormous cosmic structure. Conclusion: science and religion often try to answer the same big questions. Where did the universe come from? How did life begin? And why are we here? But they approach these questions in very different ways. Science relies on evidence, experiments, and observation. Religion focuses more on faith, meaning, and spiritual interpretation. For many people, these perspectives exist side by side. For others, they raise difficult questions. In the end, everyone decides for themselves how they interpret the world.